Hey Rebel, so we just gonna jump right into this read. We have this card back here that said God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God. And your faith your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God there is no lack or eliminations. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So, the message that I received when I was coming into this read, actually, it was a while ago, and I was feeling you. Look, honey, you was probably feeling me too. Pressure. Okay, there is so much pressure that you have been under, but Spirit said there are plenty of messages that you need to accept in regards to the pressure that you have been feeling. You have been delayed long enough. All these projections, all these inputs from everybody else, you know the balance that needs to be brought into your life. And even if you are unsure of it, Spirit say you're not short of anything. But even if you are unsure of what it is that you should be focused on, Spirit say just jump straight into it. Just go for it. Okay. So you've been feeling pressure from your dreams, from your internal state, your external state. Every which way has been pulling and tugging at you. It's like you're in the center of the spider web, but each one of those points of the web is actually a hook that's inside of you. Spirit said, keep on going. Just keep going, keep pushing, and just push through this energy, because the energy that we have here currently is the potential of further delay. So Spirit is also wanting you to know you being upset, you being mad, is not always a low vibration frequency. It's about your determination and your discernment that is of the utmost importance to keep in mind whenever you are feeling that pressure. It's not that you want to be in that state of mind where it's like, I'm upset, I'm mad, I'm gonna sit here and do nothing. No, that's a low vibrational state. If you are upset, if you are frustrated, if you are mad, let that be your motivation. And that is your way of knowing that you are on a higher level frequency, because you refuse to give up or let anybody create you to give in of what you know is rightfully yours. I hope that made sense, because I even heard it myself and I'm like, huh? Anyway, Spirit is saying, push through this energy. Don't stop. I understand. You are feeling at times overwhelmed. You are feeling that there's so much working against you, that there are so many distractions happening that's making you have to cater to this and cater to that. And Spirit says some of those things you don't even need to cater to, because it's not your weight to carry. Say, get your house in order. I understand a lot of us have already done spring cleaning, and we're looking around and we're realizing, you know what? Was I really done cleaning? So there's also this energy of being impulsive. Being impulsive can definitely be bad, but being impulsive can also be good. You've been staring at something within your close vicinity, within your household, that you've been going back and forth in a debate mindset of, should I throw this away? Will I need it later? Should I keep it? Spirit said, grab it and toss it out. The fact that you are even going through the back and forth tells you that it has no place or no necessary requirement in your life. Now, what's that's about? You have to make the decision for yourself. Don't take what I'm saying and feel like, oh, well, because Miss River told me to. And Miss River told me that Spirit said you have to use your own discernment for your own input and your output. What are you going to bring in and what are you going to put out? What have you had enough of? But for some reason, you keep on holding on to it. Spirit said in that area, that's where you are permitted to be impulsive and say, you know what, enough is enough. It's taking up too much of my mental space. It's taking up too much of my time. Confirmation, baby. And that the decision just needs to be made. Now, even after you make the decision, there is a potential of you asking yourself, should I have really did that? This is about you. I heard Steve Urkel. This is about you going forward. You letting go and dropping those weights that are not yours and that were actually yours, that no longer needs to be yours. Those things that you are spending too much time dwelling on, where you could be using that muscle power of your brain to apply to other things. So here we are. Okay, so here we have the healer. You have God as your source. Okay. You also have celestial alignment. There's only two ways that you can go, either towards yourself or against yourself. Here with the Wheel of Fortune, it says you have the strength. Okay, I've never read this. It says you have the strength. You have strength in new beginnings. The cycles restart. Confirmation. So oftentimes when we hear cycles restart, we get fearful thinking that things that we let go of are coming back. No, it's a fresh start. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. It's a new beginning, honey. Okay, let's put down these cards and we gonna get into it, because the pressure spirit really wants you to take the pressure off of yourself and go ahead and make those choices and those decisions. And so you are no longer in a dwelling space of, if I did, what would my life be? Spirit said, go ahead and create your life. Oh, go ahead and just create your life. Oh, baby. Okay. And the Chariot down here at the bottom. Okay, so you have the Death. The Death reads, growth always means leaving something behind. Growth always means leaving something behind. Just like how we were just talking about being in that fearful state of, if I let this go, will I believe myself to have been wrong for doing so? Spirit said you will never know. You will never know until you actually do it. Let it go. Whatever it is, just let it go. Get pissed off at yourself. Get pissed off at its existence. Let it go. Here with the Five of Swords the Five of Wands and the Hierophant. Spirit said you're going to need that Five of Swords energy, honey. I'm even noticing 5 and 5. It comes back around to the 10. There are battles, just as expressed previously before, there are battles that you are debating with yourself internally that you know better. You're just afraid to let it go because of potentially, if this is something that's materialistic or an object, right, which is materialistic, you're worrying yourself about, will you have to repurchase that after you toss it out when you already had it? So why did you toss it out? Spirit said you have to make room for the new that is coming in. They gave me this vision of somebody sinking down to the bottom, and they look down and they realize that they are meeting ground zero. But right before they hit ground zero, they catapult themselves up because they remember the familiarity of ground zero. So why wait until you get to ground zero where everything is being taken from you when you can actually just give it away? When you can let it go. Spirit said if there's something that you need to donate, donate it. Let someone else have that energy. Let someone else feel that something old. There was something old for you, but it's going to be new to them, and they're going to be pleasantly blessed based upon that. This may even be a relationship that you've been back and forth swaying yourself. Should I stay in this or should I not? You have to understand, sometimes you ran your course with that person. And it's time for you to learn other lessons, and somebody else is out there actually waiting for that time and space that you had for that person, for you to allow that space and that time for them. And also for yourself. Spirit said it is time for you to escape from your slave-like mentality that you have with people, places, things, objects, all of that, even the things that was foreign to you. And when I say the things that are foreign to you, what I am expressing is the things that you have felt and the things and the experiences that you have felt that you have been lacking within your life experience. So holding on to, oh my goodness, I wish I could, Spirit said, put that energy and that momentum towards exactly what it is that you want. I'm hearing the song pressure. Said, keep your eyes on me. Whatever your goal that you have set in mind is, keep your eyes on it. Get upset, get angry, get motivated. Work towards it. Do not let any energies stop you from putting everything that you have towards it. Back to that. Here we go. Back to that energy of you feeling overwhelmed. You feeling like, you know what, I should rest right now because I'm tired and everything. Spirit said that's the energy that they want you to push through. Now, if you have health situations, yes, cater to your health situations, but do not use your health situations as a handicap to coexist with your reality. Because for those of you who have health situations, you use your health situation as a crutch. You use it as your way of what I call reasonable excuses. Oh, I cannot do this because I have this going on with my health. But they know that you are capable of applying a bit more to yourself. You don't see what it is that you are and whom it is that you are building yourself to be. Because part of you have yet to allow yourself to activate the hesitancy, the procrastination. Spirit is saying, get to it. Now, here with the moon card, it says, be careful of seeing things that are not there. There are concerns and worries that you have and paranoia that you are creating within yourself about what if this happens? What if that happens? And Spirit said, even if you're not actually saying that within your mind's body, your energy is reading it. They said, have the audacity to go full force. Turn on that turbo. Go for it. Now, I don't know if you have other occupants within your space. For me, myself, the times that I know that I am doing well in life is when I don't have to deal with other people. When I don't have to ask other people for things, when I don't have to, make sure that their things are straight and so I can make sure that my stuff is straight because their stuff is connected to my stuff. Me personally, as I've said before, I like to be able to hold myself accountable. And it gets rather tough to hold yourself accountable when you are looking at the weight that you are carrying of other people's. And because their stuff is not straight and up to par, you feel that something about you needs to apply more of yourself to their situations to make their situations stick, glue, and be well put together. And so you feel that your stuff is well and put together. But ultimately, the more you apply to somebody else, the less you are applying to yourself. Maybe that's a lot. So, you got the 4. Ooh, they say reach over here for the 4. Okay. Longing, baby. Longing. Okay. Longing. It says be ready for the opportunities that you work for. I heard that you work towards. So here with longing, you've been craving this new beginning. You've been craving to be able, it's like Spirit is saying, bring balance. You've been focusing so much on your external that your internal is feeling like it's not being attended to because nothing is aligning up, even though you have celestial alignment. Celestial alignment is here to remind you, you need to bring your external and your internal in balance. There's a reality that you have within yourself internally that you have yet to see of your existence externally. So when Spirit says bring that into balance, honey, you need to show yourself. You need to be able to be yourself. You need to be able to be in a comfortable, uncomfortable space of this is just my life and this is the way that I want it. Okay, the tough stuff is going to be there. The pressure from others and their opinions is going to be there. But what the fuck are you going to do about it? Are you okay with feeling that you have space for confusion? Are you okay with feeling that you have space for excuses? Are you okay with being able to jump in and jump out of those dialogues? But when you jump out of those dialogues, you still feel as if you're still there within the confrontation of those dialogues. Okay, looking down at the table again. And here with the 4 of Cups. And the Knight of Swords, baby. So I told you I be channeling. I be looking up at this up at the sky, and I look back down at the table like, oh, that just goes very well with what we were just saying. Take your chances. Go for these opportunities. With a lot of things that you have experienced in life, you can look back and say, had you had not did that, you would not be where you are at today. And you're living that reoccurring cycle. The cycle is restarting. Had you not built yourself to do what you are about to do, whatever it is that you get from this message, your life would not be what it's going to look like a week from now, months from now, on the other side of this year. So Spirit is saying, take the opportunities. Go for it. They understand that at times you feel that when you're doing something, you feel so rushed to get it done and so you can move on to the next thing. But they also want you to pay attention to, you need to also be able to live in the existence of patience. Now, I know how a lot of this sounds contradicting, but it's not. So let's say, for instance, later on, I'm going to wax my legs. Yes, I am. But if I was to wax my legs and I do it in a rushing way, like, oh my goodness, let me hurry up and do this, I might rip off some skin. I might not get all the little stubs that need to be gotten. So they said certain things that you are moving towards that you know are part of your assignment, even of your just keeping up appearances for yourself, not for anybody else, but keeping up your appearance for yourself, catering to your house, doing what you're supposed to do productively at your workplace, whether it be at home or at somebody else's work site. Give it the attention and the patience of yourself that it needs, and know that you have enough time. Rid yourself of, you have 7 days and 24 hours within a day. Honey, the time is not what it used to be. Back in the 90s, time seemed to move so slowly. Early 2000s, it still moved around so slowly, but you started to feel that rush of momentum as if the days just got shorter. And true enough, the days have gotten shorter. They just, got the clocks and, aligned with the way that the days transfer. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Spirit is saying, take these opportunities. They want you to charge into it as if you are your younger self, feeling that you ain't got nothing but time on your side. Okay? Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Okay? So here, with the Nine of Swords, they said, get this card, the Nine of Swords. Before we look at this card, it says, worrying changes nothing. Decide your next step. And it says one day at a time. What can you do today that is going to change tomorrow for you? What can you do today that is going to create a habit for tomorrow that you cannot resist and that you cannot avoid? Get to you. Pay attention to you. And baby, with the Chariot, you got this. I have faith that you got this, because honey, I am on my own journey. And even I need this message now that I'm realizing all that Spirit permitted me to be able to say and share. So you're not the only one, all right? And then, babe, the way I got to clear my throat. Okay, all right, the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords speaks of resting. It also speaks of blocking. So Spirit is saying, block out the noise. All that noise, you're not missing out on anything. They say even if you're getting song projections and everything, block that shit out. They need you to focus in. They need you to get to. Because they have things aligned for you that is waiting for you, that is specially made for you. Now, if you want them to cancel out you in these assignments, you within these abundant experiences, let it be known. And trust me, just like, what was it? It was 2024, I believe it was. I called myself doodling. And what I doodled was the Bluetooth. And then years later, the Bluetooth was made. Okay, so do understand, I know Spirit will reassign even your abundance to someone else. And you will look at it for the rest of your days and say, you know what, that could have been me. I don't do that as far as the Bluetooth anymore. But 2024, we was wearing headphones with the strings and everything else. And I still have the drawing of when I drew out the Bluetooth. Didn't know what I was going to call it. Just pointed, just had the arrows and said, this does this and this does that. And this is what it's used for and everything else. Spirit, what is this? Message. Baby, they said, let me go ahead and get y'all up out of here. We are going to pull this card, and this one. So you have, it says the art. Yes, the art. Express yourself through creative activities. Okay. Then, oh honey, it says a personal issue reaches results. And you know what those personal issues are. And you know what it is. So while you're listening to readings about other people and what other people got going on, focus in hard on you. I'm going to be here. Other readers are going to be here. But you need to focus in hard on yourself. And even if that means you don't join me for listening to my reads and everything else until whenever, honey, I love you. I adore you. I appreciate you, allowing me some of your time. But you need your time for you. And it says strategic action. Let me focus in my eyes. It said, take time to organize your tasks. Outline the essential steps to reach your objective. Okay? Focus in on those goals. What are your objectives? And be ready to adapt. Preserve and stay prepared. Your success is in your hands. Rebels, I love you and I adore you, but we about to get you these. They said grab this one too. And it says microdoses. So there are some things that you can do in microdosage. And we're not talking about drugs, but there are, we're not talking about drugs, honey. That's something that you got to deal with yourself. Okay, no judgment at all. All right, whatever you align yourself with is all your choice. But there are some things that you can do in microdoses. I understand that there are times that you just want to attack something. You just want to attack a project. You just want to give your all to a project, and you don't want anything else to distract you. Spirit said, microdose it. Give this a little time, give this a little time, and just know within yourself that you are going to come back around to complete it. All right? So if you have like some type of OCD, honey, I understand. I diagnosed myself. See the bigger picture. See the bigger picture. Because when you leave something else off at the wayside, because it's like if you have more than one child type thing. Let's imagine you have more than one child. Will you give all your attention to this one kid and leave those others laying off on the side, wondering when it's going to be their turn? No, you're going to microdose. You're going to divide. You're going to give this as much time as you can to each, but make sure that everything that you need to handle is being nourished. Keep going and know that you are not neglecting anything, all right? So then it says, self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy the most, do that today. Spirit said that even though that card says that what they are talking about is your self-awareness is key. You know what you need to do, and you also know the distractions that you have been creating for yourself to permit it to be a place of rest. Though you see it as a task, there are certain things that you have been permitting to be a place of rest that is actually not a place of rest for you. So you need, I don't know, like thinking of one of my old habits, smoking used to be one of my things, right? I used to consider smoking as my place of rest. I felt like it was the only time that I did have towards myself. But it was a lie. It was a lie. Okay? You get it? You got it good. It says slow down. Pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awaken to avoid any further issues. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. Rebels, I love you and I adore you, but you got life to live, babe. Go live your life. Make it do what it needs to do for you. Go Rebels.